Hey guys, so I randomly decided to do an olive oil fast because I'm not feeling too good. After the last fast, I was trying to eat all great and stuff, tried the carnivore thing, but I had steak and eggs like 4 different times in like a week and a half. And I should have listened to myself because I don't really process red meat well anyways. I can have a burger or so here and there, but steak multiple times, it just didn't sit well with me. And ever since then, I haven't been feeling well, not going to the bathroom, stuff like that. I did some things to kind of make it better, but anytime I eat these days, I just wish I hadn't. So I'm actually gonna try an olive oil fast. And I don't know if I'll make it to 3 days or not. I actually broke my last olive oil bottle while cooking, but it wasn't a good olive oil anyways. But I went to Oil and Vinegar, this store in the mall where they have all these different types of olive oil and vinegar from different countries and stuff. And I got some South African olive oil. I kind of told her what I was looking for and what I wanted it to be for, and she let me sample a lot of different ones, but I ended up settling on this South African olive oil. This had the second highest polyphenol count in it, and it also is really mild. The first highest was this Italian Pugliani or something like that. But it was so bitter. It was actually disgusting. And if I'm gonna just be taking olive oil, I need something that is gonna taste good. So anyway, I got my shot glass here. I'm gonna do like a tablespoon and a half every couple hours. Of course, not to exceed around 700 calories. So in the store, I already had a bunch of taste tests. So I probably had like 2 tablespoons max, and that was the only thing I had today so far. It's like 5:30 right now. I mean, I already had this, so it did have that peppery finish. This is probably like more than a tablespoon and a half. I just like to use a shot glass to measure. This is obviously cold pressed from what estate. Basically, you buy the bottle, and then this size bottle was like around $45, but they fill it with the olive oil that they have in the batch in the back. So once you're done with this, you just bring back the bottle and then they'll refill it for you. So I think that is so cool. You're not wasting all these glass bottles continually just buying olive oil. Also, just an experience going to the store and getting that fresh batch. I've only tried and dipped into olive oil fasting here and there. I think I did it for maybe 12 hours within the day. But yeah, it is pretty strange just swallowing a whole bunch of olive oil. But this one, that's actually kind of nice since it goes down smooth and buttery and a little bit peppery, and you just get used to it. So I want to do this olive oil fast instead of a water fast because I feel like maybe after the water fast, the last time is the first time I've actually really did proper refeeding past 24 hours. So meaning like I would refeed properly once I'm breaking my fast, but the next day or even like maybe the day after that, I can just go back to normal eating, which is not great. You're not supposed to have carbs and stuff like I have been doing. This last time I was a little bit better at not having carbs for at least the whole week, or if not just low carb. But I'm feeling like for refeeding, especially after that 5-day fast I had, I feel like I just need to keep very light food, like fruits, of course, like refeed with probiotics, prebiotics, and stuff like that to kind of just like promote further healing of my gut. I think a water fast will be a little bit too intense for me right now because of just coming off that one. Like a month or two ago, I was having some detox issues related to my skin or whatever, but I'm not gonna do a dry fast right now because I also do still want calories in me. Also, I feel like the oil will be great to help my digestion too because it seems like my body's just very dry. And my issue has been hydration, like not getting enough hydration. I know a lot of people have that issue. Majority of people are chronically dehydrated just because of the foods that we eat. We don't eat enough soups. But I want to do this olive oil fast because I'm like, this will actually maybe lubricate my system a little bit more so like things can pass the way they're supposed to. Today's day one and see how long I can do this, if I want to do the 3 days or just how I feel. All right, next update later. I love the cloud. I just picked up my book. I bought a book called Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Peltz, just to get some deeper insight into fasting as a girl and doing it according to your cycle, because I have definitely noticed that there's some unpleasant and irregular situations that happen when you don't do it according to your cycle, or when you do it on certain days that just are not good for us as women to be fasting. I kind of want to key in and dial that down to exactly the days that I should be fasting, because everyone's cycle is different. It's going to be different for everyone. I say a little bit of this in my book, Beyond 24 Hours. It's kind of a thing that you just have to judge out and practice for yourself, because like I said, everyone's cycle is different. And like a fast before that, like I just completely just didn't pay attention to like the whole cycle thing. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. I just did it in a time period where when I learned later that I was not supposed to fast, or it's like very unideal to do that. And I did have like irregular cycles, just like bleeding when I'm not supposed to. And yeah, so that told me like, yeah, it definitely matters when you do it in your cycle. And also now the olive oil fasting, this is the reason why I also didn't want to do a regular water fast, because I feel like it'll like kind of mitigate some of those symptoms. So I'm still like taking in calories, but I'm not doing like a hardcore, like nothing is coming in fast. So I'm in the period where like it's kind of gray in where I should fast or not. So I just want to do an olive oil fast for that reason too, just to kind of see how I feel on that. Because like once you take in the olive oil, like you're taking in calories, so it kind of like staves off the hunger. Although tomorrow I'll update. Usually I eat around like 1 p.m. these days, and I was not really hungry. I went about my day and I'm fine. Because usually, yeah, when I do restart a fast, it is hard, but you just have to put yourself in that mindset. Like, do what you said you're going to do. It's always hard every single time for me starting a fast, because like I want to eat. I like eating and stuff. But like when I have goals and when they're serious, like when I'm not feeling well, I'm going to do it, because I'm like, why am I not going to do something that will make me feel better? Like if food is the problem, I need to give it a break. I need to give it a break, do something different. This will be my first true olive oil fast. I've done tons of just water fasting, so we will see what the results are. I've heard great results in like much more like fat loss. I am still down from my starting weight from my last fast, but obviously I'm still not where I want to be as far as like weight or like the fat on my body. But again, for this fast specifically, I just want to feel better. Oh my goodness. Okay. Today is Friday. I started my olive oil fast on Wednesday. Yesterday, I did not continue it. Okay. So let me tell you what happened. Yes, I did not finish the wall. It's been a week. Well, it really has been like 5 days, but yeah, that still needs to get done. I'm gonna sit down here and tell you what happened about this olive oil fast. I realized that this olive oil fast, like, yeah, it is a type of fast you can do, but it's really just about weight loss. I'm gonna do another one because I only did this one for 1 day. And then the next day I felt terrible. But I'll do another one to maybe like 2 or maybe 3 days if I can do it, to see what other benefits it has. Because people are like, oh, if you can't do a water fast, do an olive oil fast. But what I experienced, like, this is completely different. This is completely different. So Wednesday, I completed the olive oil fast, no food for the whole day. And I actually went into Thursday morning. So that was more than 24 hours. That was like 34 hours, or maybe 36 hours. Yeah. But when I woke up on Thursday morning, I felt so weak and so sick. First of all, my sleep that night was terrible. Like, I was just tossing and turning. I was waking up. I feel like maybe every 30 minutes I was waking up. Like, it was terrible. I couldn't get to sleep properly and I just felt uncomfortable. And that usually happens during a fast, like a water fast, but this one I was a bit more uncomfortable. The night before around like 9, 10, I was so tired. And like these days I'm staying up to like 2 a.m., which I do need to stop. But I was so tired by like 9:30 and I lacked energy. And I'm usually not tired like that on the first day of a water fast. So that was key difference number one. Key difference number two was that I was a little bit more restless in my sleep, which is not uncommon, as I said. Key difference number three, I woke up feeling literally like burnt out, exhausted. It was very difficult to get up from bed. While this does happen in a water fast as well, it's not so severe that I just like don't want to do anything with my day. But I'm sorry, I canceled my meetings and I had important meetings, which I still could have made the meeting, but I'm just like, I don't want to force myself to spend that energy. I really got up and active around maybe like 12:30 or 1. I woke up around 9, but I was just in bed because I could not get up. And I found that very strange. Like, I had a headache. I felt sick. Like, I felt sick and weak. And that's not good. I mean, that's not a nice thing. So, a traditional water fast, I wouldn't feel sick and weak like that. Unless, like, the last time I did feel sick and weak, but wow. I just had a huge ringing in my ear. Hello? Anyone there? Anyways, last time I did feel sick and weak, but that was after I had green tea, caffeine. And that was after I was like, working and like really being productive and doing things. But no, I just woke up feeling like this. And I didn't like that. So I did my lemon and apple cider vinegar water in the morning as usual. I didn't eat until I got my food at like probably like 1:45 or probably around 2 is when I really sat down to eat. So I went to my nearest Ghanaian restaurant and ordered the thing to go with my okra soup. But I was even concerned about driving. I was like, I don't know if I can make this, but I needed to eat the okra soup. And I felt like eating that soup will change my life. It's my favorite Ghanaian food to eat. And my mom had made it during the weekend. So I'm like, okay, I need to eat this. But also, it's going to be very nutritious for me as a first meal soup. I had to get the banku to go with it. So I'm like, okay, I placed the order, picked it up, and ate my first meal at 2 p.m. Dude, I ate everything. Yesterday, I was just in bed the whole day. Honestly, I took that to kind of rest. I could have probably done some work and stuff, but I was just like, bro, nah. So I was in bed the whole day watching stuff, took a nap, got some groceries later on, like 7 or 8 or whatever, and then had another meal. I was feeling better around like 7. But that was new. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to feel like that. But for the results, I mean, I didn't really do like a deep metrics tracking. I used the Hume scale and I got the Hume band that you wear on your wrist, mainly to track my sleep cycles, but that's coming in the mail. And so that will give me an even deeper level of tracking and insights when I do these fasts or when I am on my exercise programs. But let me say, I did check my weight in the morning and I lost 3 pounds. Yes, 3 pounds. I had stepped on the scale yesterday. I went from 142.5 to 139.5. 3 pounds in one day, 36 hours, whatever. And that's crazy. That's crazy because the regular water fasts, I would only drop like 2 pounds the first day and then like 1 pound the next day and then another like 2 or 3, maybe like 2.5 the next day. And it kind of varies because I do these fasts kind of often now. But 3 pounds in one day is crazy. That's crazy. And that's cool. But how sick I felt that day, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I stopped it because like obviously I was feeling so weak. I probably should have continued because I took the day off anyways. But I stopped because I was like, oh, I need to take today off. And then today, Friday, I still need to get work done. So I didn't want that to inhibit it. I'm going to do one again during a weekend or towards the end of the week in a time where I don't really have to be doing much to see the results I get and how I feel. And I'll track that again. I'm going to aim for 3 days for 72 hours and see, because I'm curious if it will be like the water fast where maybe I lose 2 pounds one day, 1 pound, and then another two, or if it's gonna be like 3-3-3, since the olive oil fast burns more fat. But I really did this because I needed to stop eating and give my stomach and digestive system a break because it's not performing optimally. The weight loss is cool. Like, I do need to lose some pounds before this cruise that I'm about to go on. But yeah, I want to see what other benefits there are, because to me, it seems like this is just really good for fat loss, which is great. I want to do that too. And I know people want to hear about the fat loss as well. So I will do another attempt at this for longer than I can to see what will change day to day. And if I actually do the things like drinking my salt water and then still keeping on the fast, how that will affect my energy. Because what I did the other day, like, I'm serious, guys, like, I was not okay. I was not okay when I woke up. And it's like, is it worth it? If you're aiming for the fat loss, is it worth it? I mean, yes. I mean, yeah, because that's great results. 3 pounds in one day, that is great results. I'll take that any day. But yeah, you have to make sure that you're not doing anything important or you don't have anywhere to be, you know? And like, I'm an inexperienced faster at this point, I would say. So that caught me really off guard to feel that sick, because regular water fasts, I have more energy. And this one is tricky because like you are still consuming calories. So that day of the olive oil fast, I intook around like 530 to 600 calories, let's say, that day. So I am still intaking calories, which does inhibit things like autophagy, the other benefits of just traditional water fasting, because the body is still recognizing energy being input. But it's also not getting the energy that it's used to, like carbs and stuff. So now it's burning fat. So it's like, I would say it's a really weird fast as far as like what it does to your body and how you feel because of that. But right now, I just want to eat nutritious things and things that will benefit my gut so I can feel better in that aspect. But this was fun. I mean, it was interesting to see what it did. Anyways, that's my rant for this week. See y'all next time. Bye.